It's a big difference. Chaldean's way above on ratings.
Dewhurst winner. Will he confirm himself the leading British trained 3-year-old to go to war with in the Colts Classic? We'll find out with Ian.
They're off. 7 furlongs is the chip. And Chaldean has unseated Frankie at the start. Chaldean ducked left and Frankie Dettori is sat on the ground at the start as the favourite runs loose at the head of the field. As Isaac Shelby towards the right is the first one to show up. The Riddler and Zoology with those on the left is Gray's Monument, who's tracked by Knight, and with him is Classic. Wiltshire towards the back of the field in company with the Theory of Everything, and Streets of Gold behind those. They're heading down to the halfway stage in this Watership Down Greenham Stakes, preceded by a loose favourite Chaldean. So the running is being made by Isaac Shelby. The blue sleeve jacket for Sean Levy to Zoology, with Zoology as Charin, the light blue and grey colours. Then comes Gray's Monument towards the left, and these are being followed through by Knight on the extreme left in the black and yellow striped jacket. The Theory of Everything on the right trying to get into contention. Streets of Gold and Wiltshire behind those. They're inside the last quarter mile, and it's Isaac Shelby has the lead of just over a length. Charin is in second position trying to get closer. Behind those is Zoology, the Theory of Everything and Wiltshire, but inside the final furlong it is Isaac Shelby, well clear of his rivals, only just clear of the loose Chaldean, but it is Isaac Shelby and Sean Levy who win. Charin in second. There's a very big gap to the Theory of Everything in third, then Zoology and Wiltshire and Streets of Gold and Knight. Behind Knight was Gray's Monument, and still coming Classic and the Riddler.
Isaac Shelby, your second Classic trial victory in a week. All the drama at the start. Did you have any idea what had happened?
I didn't, you know. I'd imagined that Frankie was going to be making the running, and I was just drawn on the wing a bit, looking for cover. At the same time, going forward, doing my own thing. And when the loose one came by me, it lit him up. So I ran basically the majority of the race. Very keen.
And did you know who the loose one was by that?
Well, at that stage, I had a trail on him and I was following him the whole way to the line. I just thought we'd done maybe too much getting up to the furlong marker, but nothing showed up.
Your horse was quite a strong market mover today. There was clearly confidence behind his chance. We spoke on the phone the other day. You were hopeful of a big run, but could you have expected anything quite like that? It was emphatic in the end.
Look, I rode him a while back in Lingfield a few months ago, and he definitely felt as though he had retained his ability. But at the same time, I would have liked to see him improve that a little bit more, you know. He's definitely showed today that he did improve. So
he surprised you a little bit?
Yes, he has, and it's a good surprise.
Now, it's softish ground today, quite holding ground, but his form last year was on a sound surface in the main. What does he want?
I would say a sound surface. He's a good moving horse, really strong traveller, and he stays well. You know, a combination of travelling quite strong on that ground today. I think maybe horses found it a little bit harder to pick him up, but he's definitely handled the surface today that he wouldn't normally.
And he looks to have quite a sound mind.
Very much so. Like I said, everything was perfect until the lead horse went past me. The loose one went past me, and it just lit me. He got competitive way earlier than I'd like him to. You know, in an ideal world, you'd like to get that little bit of cover and just maybe do things a little bit more settled early doors, you know.
Well done, Sean.
Cheers.
Well, a dramatic race, to say the very least.
It definitely was, and you know, we were all gutted for Frankie and the Juddmonte team, and you know, obviously hope Frankie's all right. Hadn't seen, but we were absolutely delighted with the horse. He was humming before he came here, and we're just delighted he got to show that on the track today.
Yeah, there was quite a bit of confidence behind him, as I said to Sean in the market, but he said he'd ridden him at Lingfield and thought he needed to do a fair bit more than he'd shown him that day.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Sean kind of got off and reported that, you know, he just felt like, you know, there's other horses that are going to be in the race that are bigger frame than him, and, you know, he's always been that kind of light-framed horse, but, you know, for us, it was all about what he was doing at home, and, you know, the way he came out of that trial gave us so much confidence coming into today.
And he's a horse now who you can look forward to hopefully a productive season with. You look at the shape of the Guineas now. Where do you see him in that pecking order in your own mind?
Look, he's in the French Guineas, not the English. So
and you wouldn't think of a supplementary?
I'll have to speak to the owners, but look, I think the plan has always been to go to the French. Look, he loved the ground here today. It could be similar over at Longchamp, so you know, we're happy to go there, I think.
So you do think soft ground would be in his favour?
I think it would be, yeah. I think the way he handled it today, you know, Knight of Thunders are pretty versatile, and I don't see it being a problem over there, yeah.
When was the last time the Sangster colours were in the green and winners enclosure?
That's a good question. I'll have to go back through the records.
Yeah, you and me both. Unfortunately, I don't have the ready answer, which I should have.
Yeah, but look, I'm so delighted for Brian and all the team at home. They put a lot of work into this horse, and obviously we had a bit of disappointment in the Dewhurst when we were really confident of his future, and I'm just got a lot of support behind the owners here today, so I'm just really happy for everyone involved with the horse.
Well done, Sam.
Thanks very much.
Cheers.
Subscribe to Racing TV's YouTube channel now to watch more great races like this.